We are always taught about inner critic, that voice inside your head that's saying that you are not enough, you're you're ugly, or saying nasty things that makes you lose confidence. So this inner voice, we were taught on how to defeat it, for you to separate yourself from that thoughts and live your life as if you can do it. So that's the common approach. So I wanted to teach that concept for the module one of the protagonist because I would like everyone who wanted to become a protagonist to know the concept of metacognition, thinking about thinking. So when I wrote my Substack, I'm looking back at my experiences. When did I experience that there's an inner voice within me challenging or questioning me regarding my capabilities? And I never experienced that. So I asked why. And then I made an audit about myself. So whenever there's a trigger, like for example, a situation that made me feel defensive or anxious or hesitant, what do I usually do? In my Substack post, I mentioned two stories. One, I feel triggered whenever there is a person questioning my competence. And then the forever question to a 30 plus year old guy why I'm still not married. So those two things are the examples that I put on my Substack. I do have justifications and excuses to both. The first one is how I will come back to a person who's saying nasty things about me. And I'm okay with that. I believe that is the proper comeback. I don't think it anymore. I just don't let anyone judge me. So that's my first um, attack on the scenario. The second scenario is questioning about why I'm still single. So I do have justification, even though these people won't understand it. I'm at peace already with my justification. Now, that's when I discovered that there is no inner voice challenging those words. So meaning, I do have an inner voice, but that inner voice is a hype man. That inner voice is just agreeing to everything that I said. It's not a bully, but it is a friend. Whenever I do things, they just agree. That voice only agrees with whatever I think of doing. But if you are going to think it on a wider perspective, is it really a true friend? What if you are doing something nasty or you are not doing it correctly, but no one actually challenges you? They just support you to everything that you do. That is not actually a recipe for your growth as well. So instead of having that friend in facade only, you have to have a voice that at least would help you think about how you approach things. So you have to audit yourself. That is what you call metacognition. So let me give you an example. In my case, the trigger is people asking why I'm still single. Now, I do have my own script. I'm saying I want to stay single because I don't want to drag anyone with my life's chaos. I believe I'm still not perfect. I'm still not rich. So I don't want to drag someone. So that is my script. And my inner voice agrees to me, saying that it's correct. So you are being wise. But if I just let be and I don't do the audit, I will live my life with the restriction of love because I do have my own goals. But if I am going to audit myself, the truth check, and I'll do metacognition, I'm going to ask why I thought about that way. Is perfection required for love? See? Am I using responsibility to hide the fear of rejection? Am I afraid of being rejected? So those are metacognition questions because you're thinking of what is supposed to be your final answer and thinking if that is actually correct. So the inner voice, we just keeps on agreeing. You have to terminate that inner voice. The inner voice, that narrator should be your ally in order for you to decide better. Because as protagonist, you have the ability to rewrite your statements, your thoughts in your mind, and to have the author's voice. So you could just say that I am building my career, but I do not need to be perfect to be worthy of connection. I can build and love at the same time. being thoughtful, your preliminary thoughts is not actually correct. And that will open up more opportunities to grow in life. And that is the true journey of a protagonist. So that's what I would like you to do for yourself. Module 1 of this subject, the protagonist, will teach you how to do metacognition. So if you want to apply it, these are the steps. First is identify the trigger. What situation made you feel defensive, anxious, or hesitant? And then you have to catch the enabler. You don't have a voice questioning you. You don't have an inner voice, a critic, who's saying that you cannot do it. So more or less, you do have inner voice, but that inner voice is just actually agreeing with you. So right, what do you say to yourself? Is it a comforting voice saying that you are correct? Did it offer excuse or did it blame someone else? So those are the indication that you do have inner voice who just keeps on agreeing whether you are correct or not. And that's how you catch the enabler, the yes man, the inner voice within you. So if you're making excuse, you are just comforting yourself all the time and you're blaming other people instead of yourself. You need to do an audit. And the audit, which is the standard operation procedure for protagonists, you have to challenge the excuse. Again, it's different than the critic because you won't say nasty things about you. You won't belittle your thoughts, but rather you just need to challenge it. Is it really true? Are you just too sensitive and protecting yourself? That's when you become more thoughtful about your thinking. And after you do that, you rewrite. Rewrite the narrative. I can't because, but I am choosing to. Something like that. So another example is, for example, I receive a critical feedback, so that will become a trigger. A critical feedback from someone questioning my competence. What is my usual approach? So just ignore that person. He doesn't know how hard they work. So all the things that he said are just empty words. That person doesn't know anything. So in that case, that is how I catch that I do have an enabler. Because I don't actually listening to what the other people say. Is it really nasty? Something like that. So I do have this default approach to ignore that person. And I didn't give the chance. What if that person actually has concern about me? And the reason why is questioning my competence because I manifested behaviors that will justify it. So the audit is to check truth. Why did I react that way? Is there something wrong with the delivery of the person? But what about his statement? Is it really correct? Is it really true? Will I just be justifying myself? Because if you're going to rewrite it, you will give a chance for yourself um, to be better. What if you realize that what that person is saying to you is actually correct? That is a chance for you to improve. And seeking a narrator's author's voice as rewrite as the product of you rewriting all the scripts that you're telling to your mind is how protagonists should live their life. So that is the essence of module 1.